We're back with another build video for you guys. In this one, we're showing you a professional shooting guard build. This is actually Reizey's build. He's a shooting guard on our team for Pacers Gaming in the 2K League.
Let's get right into it. So we got it's shooting guard build, like we said. Show you guys, it's a 6'7", 180 weight, 6'10" wingspan. Slight body shape, that's what he sent us. Obviously, you know, his personal preference with that. Some key things, the weight. Obviously, it's low. It's probably so you can be quicker. It's a shooting guard build, so you want to be able to move. And it still has a good wingspan, so it still can be good defensively. But you also get that 93 3 ball, which we'll get into on why that is important. So let's start with the finishing. It's going to have a 51 close shot, 71 layup, and a 79 driving dunk. It gets 9 finishing badges. What are your thoughts on the finishing area?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about before, driving dunk's good enough. Driving layup's going to be fine too, and then you get a couple badges that make sense. But obviously, if you're playing shooting guard and 5-on-5, primarily pro-am, you're not going to need a ton of finishing badges. Obviously, don't need standing dunk or post control too, right?
Yeah. So like with the 79 too, you won't be able to get the quick drops off one, which is big in 2K22. You need an 80 driving dunk and a 60 vertical for that. So it's right below that threshold, but you still get good dunks with that. And you can see this build is mainly for shooting and playmaking. So it's still a little bit balanced where it's not, you know, useless going to the paint and stuff like that. Some key things, we go with the shooting. So 93 3 ball for this, the main thing you guys can see is, you know, he definitely went 93 3 ball to get the Hall of Fame catch and shoot. It's only in the tier 2, so that's good. And the other thing was the midi. One, you can see he loses a badge point if you go lower, but also at 81 mid-range, he gets midi magician on Hall of Fame instead of gold, so that should be a good badge for, you know, now that even though he can't finish as well, he can also shoot mid-ranges and threes. He'll be able to get gold limitless threes, so let's go ahead and move to the playmaking. 88 ball handle. The key thing with this I noticed is the killer combos. You see he can get that on gold instead of silver at 88. Pass accuracy 80. Which I've heard is pretty good for passing because we know a lot of the passes are slow. And then the speed with ball, you see he loses a badge point here if he goes any lower. So he does get 24 playmaking badges. Cody, these two areas, bread and butter, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is outstanding for what Reed does best, right? He's a shooting and playmaking guy. With this build, you're able to do both, I think, at a really high level. And it also unlocks some really important badges that you talked about. In shooting, what do you think are the most important badges we've seen so far this year? Yeah,
so far I would definitely say midi magician has been really good, being able to shoot a lot of mid-range shots. Actually, amped is really important because you lose stamina so quick. So I feel like amped, it helps when, you know, you're low stamina to still be able to shoot. I haven't seen too many tier 3. Obviously, it's early, so people got to unlock. So we got to see how, you know, OP, limitless range will be and blinders. But there's some good ones in tier 1. Claymore has also been a good one. For if you're not moving too much, you do have to be stationary. Yeah, just stand in the corner and be ready to shoot. Claymore should be activated fully by then. And then going into playmaking, needle threader on silver, that should be able to help with the passes. And then also, like I said, the killer combos on gold, unpluckable can get gold, quick first step gold and stuff like that. So definitely, you know, main things, playmaking and shooting. We can go to the defense. Now this build, it only does get 12 defensive badges, but here's some key things. Tier 3, you guys see he can get silver clamps because of the 86 perimeter defense and 78 steal for silver interceptor. But the key for this, if you guys don't know, there's a quest called Welcome to the League. You get +4 badge points. After you finish that quest, you have to play a couple My Career games. You get +4, you can put him on any category. So I'm assuming that he is going to put it on his defense so he can get the 16, and then he can have silver clamps and silver interceptor. Just a key note, the rebounding, you know, it's kind of random, but that's how he got to 12. So I'm assuming that's what he wanted. That's why he put up his defensive rebounding in order to get the 12 so he can get both of those. You can also get other badge points too once you hit like level 39 in the season, stuff like that. And then physicals, you can see 87 strength, 84 acceleration, 36 strength, 59 vertical, and 90 stamina. So let's go ahead and see what they're saying. I'm sure he'll definitely probably, you know, primary takeover will want to go limitless range, and it gets shot creating, playmaking, and lock. So that's kind of really interesting. It shows how balanced the build is. Being able to, the only one he pretty much doesn't get is finishing for a guard. So You can go playmaking, pass the ball a little bit, get it to Cody in the corner, let him get little shots up.
Now we're talking.
Dell Curry, Tyler Hero, and Desmond Bain. That's some interesting shooting guard comparisons. Shot creator. So shot creator, with playmaking, should be able to move around a little bit. We'll go ahead and get into the badges to show you guys kind of what we would recommend on this build. So 9 finishing badges. We'll go fearless finisher. You can get pro touch on gold, and then you can go acrobat, bronze, and the rest I'll probably go giant slayer. What are your thoughts about the finishing badges?
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. I don't do a ton of finishing on my power forward build, so I'm going to leave it to Bobby on this one. But
yeah,
good.
so far I've realized too on my shooting guard that I have that I've been using giant slayer, and I've been able to make some contested layups, drive to the paint, even when they're contested and with layup timing off. So I think finishing, giant slayer, pro touch and stuff, those will really be able to help you finish, which I think this game, they really made an emphasis on slashing being better. Shooting, this is the big part. Like I said, he does get midi magician on Hoff. He can go catch and shoot on Hoff. There's your 10, so now you can get into your tier 3. Okay, so you probably want to go limitless as your core, or whatever one you unlock first. Probably blinders on gold. Now you got 9 left. You can go amped on Hall of Fame if you feel like you're dribbling a lot. Claymore, if you're more of a sharp, you can go on Hall of Fame and you still get 1 more for like guard up. A couple things, if you're dribbling more and you want to shoot more pull-ups and stuff, Agent 3 is a good badge. I've been playing a little bit of quick match and it pops up quite a bit if you're off the dribble or shooting pull-ups. Deadeye, you can also get the contest and stuff like that. So you have options depending on your play style is the main thing.
Yeah.
Any recommendations here?
No, I like this badge setup. Again, this is primarily a 5-on-5 build, most likely playing on the hash. So this is perfect. You're clearly not going to use corner specialist because you'll never be in the corner with this build most likely. And I like the core badge with limitless range too. I haven't seen many people have it yet because we're so early in the game and it takes a while to unlock.
Yeah, and especially like you said in the corner. If you need corner specialists on this build with a 93 3 ball, you know what? You need to get in the lab and work on your jump shot. All right. Let's move into the playmaking. Let's go. I said needle threader on silver. Quick first step on gold. You can go hyper drive. Let's put it on bronze for now so we can get in our tier 3. And then boom, this is where you can get gold killer combos, gold unpluckable. Oh, I just messed that up. Handle for days on silver, and you still get 1 more. I would probably go maybe dimer. Help your shooters out. We need a little dimer. Give them a little shooting. Some key I've noticed in the playmaking: unpluckable. Once locks get up, you're gonna need unpluckable because I've been getting plucked with no unpluckable. Killer combos. I haven't been able to try this out yet, but it's pretty much I heard like quick chain from 2K22. Handles for days definitely needed for how slow or how quick you lose stamina. Clamp breaker, I feel like this build might not really need it because you probably won't be driving as much as it's not too much finishing. So that's where you sacrifice that and go with these badges up here. Last category, go ahead and go into the defense. You see pick dodger, you can get it on gold, which is good if you're, for you guys that play Pro-Am, if you're guarding up top and, they try to go at you because they think they don't want to go at the lock. You can have the pick dodgers to be able to get through screens. Gold should be good. You can go menace here, and then 2 more. You can go. I've noticed workhorse has actually been good for helping you get like loose balls and stuff. So that's been really cool. And then, like I said, if you use the 4, you get 6. You should have 16. So you should have 6 left. I would go down here. Then you could core one of these, which I would do clamps or interceptor, and then you put it on the other one. So you should have silver clamps, silver interceptor. This would be gold pick dodger, gold menace, and silver workhorse. So just like this with these 2. But for now, to show you guys, I would probably just upgrade this to Hall of Fame and see this. If you want, maybe box out if you feel like you're playing corner and you're boxing out, helping your center out, stuff like that. Ankle braces if you feel like you're getting ISO'd or something, guarding ball.
I think there's a lot of different options you could go with this. And if you guys are struggling with like choosing your badges, we're about to record another video right after this to talk about like how the badges work this year, the tiers, how the badge points work, how to get 4 extra that Bobby keeps mentioning, and then the core badges too. So no, I think this is a great setup across the board. Seems really balanced for a shooting build too. You can still play make, quite a few defensive badges too. So Reed's high IQ. He didn't let us down with this build for sure.
Yeah, shout out to Reed, man, for letting us, show you guys his build. A lot of people, they don't want to give the sauce, but, Reed's giving you some insight, and that's from a 2K League Pro, so.
Appreciate you for walking us through that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, a professional shooting guard build from our guy Reizey. Let us know down in the description in the comments what you think about this build. And more coming soon, so stay tuned, turn those notifications on. We'll see you next time.